Good afternoon and welcome to Day 2 of the Mineral Resources Review 2025 here at the Delta Hotel. This afternoon's session is sponsored by Raleigh Drilling Services and brought to you by Gale Force Winds. So we have the pleasure today to have a representative from the sponsor, Raleigh Drilling Services, present to have a conversation. Hunter Stewart. Hunter, you're the finance manager for Raleigh Drilling. So tell us a bit about yourself and when you started and how you became part of the Raleigh Drilling group.
Yeah, thanks for having me first, Jackie. So I would have started in Raleigh back in 2020. When we started, there was 12 of us, Robin, the owner, myself, and then primarily people in the field.
Wow.
We've been able to scale up pretty significantly over the last 5 years. We're in Central, constantly operating 24/7, 365. We've picked up the Twin Ponds Wilderness Lodge is what we're calling it, the former Salvation Army camp in Glenwood there, and yeah.
So you're doing a lot of the drilling, I presume, if you're in that location for Newfound?
Yes, we do a lot of work with Newfound. We've been on site there since 2021, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
And the relationships just continue to grow. They're really great people, really easy to get along with most days. So yeah, we've been very fortunate.
So tell us a little bit about, what a day looks like for Raleigh Drilling. I mean, I know it's the exploration drills. You said you've scaled up. So, what are your numbers looking like now?
Yeah, so we'd have about 88 to 90 people on any given day.
Wow.
Daily, it's hard to describe a day in the life of Raleigh. It kind of depends on the day. Some days it'll be, a drill's broken down and it's how quickly can we fly parts in. The logistics of getting things to and from the islands seem to be quite the challenge. We're starting to get pretty good at it, and we've got a very good general manager that handles a lot of our logistics, Gerald Pearson. So from that perspective, it just depends on the day. Here we are today at the conference, and tomorrow, Lord only knows, might be back in Central drilling myself.
Yeah.
So,
So on that note, do you ever go out and drill as a finance manager?
No. I think I'd be doing everyone a disservice if I stepped on the drill and tried to do their job, but if the need ever actually arises, I would be happy to go drill my shift.
To do it, yeah. So, with respect to this week, this is a big week, a big event for mining and, of course, the service industry that supports mining.
Yeah.
Is the Mineral Resource Review. You folks, I think, are here pretty regularly. What do you hope to get from this week?
It kind of, this week, this is the second year I've done this, and it just depends on the year. So last year, things were fairly slow and we were looking for some additional work, so you'd be out here meeting with all these lovely people. And this year it's pretty well the same thing. You come out and you get to meet a bunch of new people, maybe have a beverage or two with them, and I mean, if the relationship develops beyond that, great. If not, you get to meet some really interesting and very cool people.
You're absolutely right there. You meet so many wonderful, fantastic people, and sometimes you cross paths again, and perhaps you build a working relationship, and sometimes you don't. But it's all part of the process. With respect to, there's been a lot of, money committed to exploration in our province. I think it was over 250 million this year in exploration. So are you folks all across the province when it comes to drilling? Are you hoping to get all across the province and get a little piece of all of that exploration?
Yes, that would be the dream. Like I say, it's a lovely province, and I feel blessed every time I get to come out here. And things are starting to pick up, which is great. Where we're set up in Central, we're right on what seems to be that Appleton fault line, and so there's lots of potential work there. yeah, if we could get more, I would love it. Even to move into the Labrador market, Lab City and Wabush, if we could get over there, that would be ideal. And we'll see how it goes.
Well, make sure you go to the Lab West Minex in February. I'll put a plug in for them. And Hunter, thank you so much for sponsoring the Thought Leadership again this year. I know that Rally Drilling has been a main sponsor for a lot of the events that Gale Force Winds has been part of. So we really, really appreciate that.
Absolutely.
And thank you for your time.
Yes.
Come and have a chat with us. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we conclude?
No, thank you for the time, Jackie, and it has been a pleasure talking to you.
Absolutely. Thank you.